Hello everybody, welcome back to Burnt Church. I hope everybody's having a good day. I want you to look up here at this sun. It's an overcast day. It's about 4:30 and I'm not sweating, so that's a beautiful day in the south. Our garden is looking pretty rough. I don't know if y'all can see the corn back here behind me, but we had a windstorm come through and it knocked a lot of it down. Well, we're going to take a look at some of our electroculture. Now what I'm going to show you here first is the tomatoes that's got nothing but electroculture. They've not been fertilized. I said they might have been a little fertilized left in the ground from another crop that I had, but other than that, they've had no fertilized. Now I'll turn you around here, let you see what they look like. Right here's the first one. Right here's the electroculture on it. We've got a few ripe tomatoes on these, so we'll be having a video here before you know it, a taste test on these electroculture tomatoes. We'll do a taste test on some of these that has just electroculture, and then we'll try some of our other tomatoes that has no electroculture. So keep your eyes out for that video. And if you're new here, I'd like to ask you to subscribe and hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, and we would really like for you to leave comments. Other people has told me how much they have found out from the comments and stuff from the videos. So please leave a comment. If you have any suggestions or you see something that we could be doing different, put it in the comments. Right here is our other electroculture tomato plant. Now he's a lot bigger than this other one. Let me try to get back here and get them both in the camera at the same time. This one right over here was the first one I showed you with the ripe tomato, and that's the other one. As far as I know, they're both the same variety tomato. This one down here, he's just outgrew that one. He's got a smaller electroculture on him. Right there. If you can see it, right there's the electroculture on him. And he's got a couple ripe tomatoes on him. So we shouldn't have any trouble finding us a good ripe tomato to compare with these other ones. We'll go over here and I'll show you my best example on the electroculture. The results on this has shocked me, and it's the only thing I can contribute it to is the electroculture. There's our security camera out here in the garden. We've been having something sneaking in the garden here. I think it's a bobcat, but we got a camera up, gonna try to catch it. And of course we have deer and stuff all the time. Right here is the next electroculture. Check these out. Now they need a little rain, but right here's the electroculture for them. And it's one of our bigger, taller electrocultures. And these cucumbers right here around this electroculture is way outdoing these others. They're out producing, and the vines is just, there's twice as many vines over here. You can see there how much thicker it looks than these over here. But still, I'm saying that's not my main example. The one that surprises me the most, I'll show you right out here at the end. Now, on our tomatoes over here beside of me, we've had bad luck with these, and people has given me some suggestions, and I haven't got them started on it yet, but people have suggested putting straw or leaves or something around the bottom. And I'm going to try that. I'm going to try leaves. I hadn't got any straw. But right down here is the one that's just blowed me away. This squash here. Now it's getting late in the season, and right here is a stink bug. They're starting to hit them pretty hard, and their leaves is looking bad. But you can see the size of these squash plants right here. You see the other squash on over here past them? These is all fertilized the exact same. Right here's the only difference. If you'll notice this ElectroCulture coil, it's on the southern side of these plants. The ones on the north side of it is the plants that are really growing. Right here, these plants is on the south side of that ElectroCulture. Now I have no idea if that really matters, but you can sure see it right here on these. Everybody says in the northern hemisphere that you need your ElectroCulture on the south side of your plant. And right here on this squash, it's showing up because they're all fertilized the same. They're right here getting pretty much the same sun. They're in the same soil. I'll show you again. The only difference is that ElectroCulture, and those plants are on the northern side of it. These to the south aren't growing near as well. On them right there, it has showed me more than anywhere else in the garden. I don't know if it's something to do with the squash, that bigger coil. I have no idea. But y'all saw it there, and the only difference is just that ElectroCulture. They've all been fertilized the exact same. I fertilized them one time when I put them out. They all got one handful of fertilizer. Our sweet potatoes, they're going wild. They're loving this heat that we've been having. But I can't really tell. Right there is one of our ElectroCulture coils. And right now, to be honest, I can't tell if they're growing any more than the rest of them. The vines look about the same. We will keep up with it, and when we dig the sweet potatoes, the ones right next to these ElectroCultures, we'll see if they maybe produce some more or something. That's really the only way I can tell on these. They're so growed up. I'll walk y'all down through here and let you see them. Right here is another ElectroCulture coil. It's the burntchurch style, the doubled one. And the vines, I mean, they're all healthy looking, every one of them. So really the only way I think we're going to be able to find out anything on these is whenever we dig them. We'll dig these in September, towards the end of September is when we'll dig these. We might go to grappling a few right before then, just a couple to eat or something, but the majority of them will be dug in September. So now all we got to do is get us some tomatoes, and we'll be able to do a taste test on the ElectroCulture. I'll show you my little cherry tomato. The wind blowed it over the other day, and it upset me. Look at him. He was about 7 foot tall, and it was my fault. I should have had a stop, drove down there, and him tied off to it. We've got one more right here. He's not as big as that one there was. I put him back in the ground. You can see down here, it just, when it blowed him over, it pulled all of his roots out. I've got him propped up right now with that plow. It just made me sick. I should be stopping him down now, but I really don't think he's gonna make it. I think it's gonna be too hot and dry for him, and I just don't have the time to bring water out here to him every day or two to get him started back. If it would rain, we'd probably be all right. But that's about all I've got for you today. Maybe some of you that's been looking at ElectroCulture, the main thing I can say is that squash has really impressed me. To see that coil being on the south side, the ones on the north growing so much more than the ones on the south side of it. I feel like it's from the ElectroCulture. I have no idea why, but it seems to work. Well, that's about all we have for you today. Our next video on the ElectroCulture should be coming out here before much longer, and it'll be the taste test with the tomatoes. I'm looking forward to it. We've done the taste test on a couple other things, on sweet corn and on cucumbers. If you hadn't seen those videos, I'll try to put a card over here where you can click on it and go watch them. But I thank you for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.